Welcome guys, I'm Al.
I'm Arash.
And this is the Call to Whiskey.
All hail Cal.
Today we're talking about Douglas Laing's Rock Island Sherry Cask Edition. Let's take a look. Welcome back. So today's whiskey is a blended malt from the islands.
Oh, what does that mean?
Well, there's 5 regions of Scotland. There's Speyside, Lowland, Highland, Campbelltown, and Islay. But in practice, there's a 6th region known as the islands. And the islands encompass every island except for the Isle of Islay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's, Arran, Jura, Malt, Skye,
etc., etc.
This comes from the Orkney Islands, Arran, Jura, and Islay. The Jura and Arran are easy to identify because there's only one distillery on both those islands, and Jura only has one road and leads right down to the distillery, right?
Sounds like a great holiday spot to me.
Yeah, and the Orkney Islands, also pretty easy because there's only Scapa and Highland Park, and Scapa is the obvious choice because they're right on the coast and have that sea note, and Highland Park is more inland, and Scapa is the obvious choice there. The Islay is a little more difficult to surmise because normally I would say it has to be either Bunnahabhain or Corleala because those are the only 2 that overproduce enough to send to independent bottling companies. But Douglas Laing also has a working relationship with Bowmore and Ardbeg, so it could be one of the 4.
That's exciting. I'm really curious to see which one it's going to be.
Yeah, and it's 46% ABV. It's non-chill filtered. There's no E150 added to it, so it's natural coloring. And they took all those island malts and they finished it in sherry casks. So let's take a pour.
I'm excited.
History time. Established in 1948, Douglas Laing & Co. is an independent bottler based in Glasgow. They own several brands such as their Epicurean, Timmer's Beastie, Scallywag, Rock Island, and Big Pete, as well as Old Particular, Providence, and Extra Old Particular. Douglas Laing's Island blend was named Rock Oyster until 2019, when it was changed to Rock Island, after receiving feedback that oysters were too polarizing of a food, proving a whiskey by any other name would taste just as sweet.
All right, let's take a look at the nose. That's some smoke on there. Yeah.
Sweet smoke.
Yeah,
it's a very sweet smoke. The cherry cask comes out right away with the smokiness. It's beautiful.
Well, the islands always has more of a light note than like a heavy Islay. It's always a little bit like sweeter, salty.
Yeah, salt. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. You're going to get tons of brine on here. Tons of brine. It's warm. It's big. It's bright.
It's almost fruity. Almost.
Oh, very fruity.
But I just smell ocean. I feel I'm hanging out with seagulls.
I feel like I'm on the sea in a fishing boat. Let's take a look at the palate. It's not as overpowering as the nose leads you to believe. The nose is bigger than the palate. It's not too thin, but I was expecting something much bolder.
Yes, it's very subtle.
Yeah,
almost subdued. I would say if I could be so bold to predict that.
You're still getting that smoke and that salt. It's spicy.
Very spicy.
Yeah.
I love the spice.
Yeah.
I can't tell what it's from, but it's a beautiful spice and the aftertone on your tongue and cheeks is very nice.
Yeah.
Spicy.
It's meaty. You get like bacon. A little bit of bacon, oily, with berries.
It's very spicy.
Yeah, it's almost like fresh salmon skin. That sea impact.
Yeah, it feels like you're having some sort of a spicy seafood almost. Very subdued though. I actually prefer the.
Yeah, it's actually.
Said so much more.
Yeah. The finish is. It's like a medium to thin almost. I think I'd like to see this at a higher proof actually.
I would agree on that one. It's although the notes on the nose are just something in. They were something else.
The nose is great. It just doesn't deliver as much on the palate as the nose was promising.
I was expecting a lot more.
Yeah.
Although I'm not complaining. The after finish is actually what I'm enjoying most about this right now.
It's like a hint of brown sugar on the finish.
The spiciness, it just hits it on the nose for me. It's a beautiful ocean, briny smell, just splashing in your face when you smell it. You take a taste. It's much more subdued, but then the after finish, it's long and slightly dry. Very nice. Although surprising. Should I put a little bit of water and see how it comes out?
No, I really think 46 is almost too thin for this whiskey. I think it should be higher than or what it is, and I don't think the water helped it at all.
No, I think this is gonna be a nice whiskey to enjoy with someone who isn't a whiskey drinker, perhaps. If you want,
I don't know about that because this is a briny,
I like it.
Yeah, you have to like peat. You have to like peat. You have to like smoke.
It's not offensive on the palate.
Yeah.
It's very subtle.
Yeah. I think the big thing for me is I'm used to like rock, oyster, and big peat being at cast strength for Douglas Lane, so I think I'm expecting more alcohol out of there than I'm getting.
I'm not a big fan of Douglas Lane in the sense that I haven't had a lot of their whiskeys. Not that I don't like them, it's just I haven't had the pleasure of tasting a lot of them. So I didn't have any preconcept expectations. And I'm enjoying this whiskey. I'm really enjoying the initial whiff I got. That really set the mood for me. It was a little bit disappointing on the palate, but again, I feel it's not so strong where it's turned people off, and you could introduce it to someone that's a bit novice who's trying to get into the craft.
Fair enough. Let's try some ice. The salt and the peat stand up to the ice. I don't get much of the sherry cast once you put on ice.
No, I mean, honestly, I was expecting a lot more sherry flavor out of this, regardless of the no ice, no water, with ice. Yeah. And I'm not getting much of it at all, to be honest. How old is this?
The sherry is there. It's a non-aged statement whiskey.
That's right.
The sherry cast, the sherry is there. It's fruity, but it's not bold sherry.
No.
Right? Like it's not like Loch Gorm.
It's not a sherry bomb.
No, it's not a sherry bomb at all. And
I'm enjoying the spice and the aftertaste.
Yeah. It's good. If you like the islands, if you like that island note to it, you're gonna love this. But if you're expecting a balance between that sherry and islands, I don't think the balance is there. I think it's very one-sided towards that salt and island.
Again, I think this is an excellent whiskey to introduce to a novice whiskey drinker who's trying to get into the craft. Yeah. I really enjoyed the floral, the notes on the nose, and the difference on the palate. I think that'll really surprise a lot of people who are just not used to smelling the whiskey. What is the price point actually?
So the price is $60 to $75, with one exception. I found a place online selling this for $265. It was only one place.
Wow.
And so I don't know what kind of rip-off they're trying to do there. But everyone else is about $60 to $75. It's not available in the States. You're not going to find this in stores. I had to order this straight from Douglas Laing himself. For the price, I think it's a good whiskey.
Yeah. What shelf would you put it on?
It's a solid second shelf whiskey.
I concur. Second shelf.
Well, on that note, our toast today is, may the good Lord take a liking to you.
But not too soon. All hail cow.